Hey there! Welcome to a brand new episode of Muzikxpress. My name is Twan, and in this week's vlog you will see my in-depth interview with Ferry Corsten, which I recorded in his brand new studio, and I spoke with Ferry about the Veracocha classic Carte Blanche, the Ferr album As Above So Below, the What the F shows, his Unity project, and more. Enjoy! Ferry Corsten is a Dutch DJ and producer who's a very well-known name in today's music scene. He started releasing music back in 1991, but he's still very active both with DJing and producing. During the years he released music under names such as System F, Gouryella, Pulp Victim, Moonman, Eon and many others. In my two previous interviews with Ferry, we already discussed his tracks Out of the Blue and Gouryella, two massive trance classics that both came out back in 1999. And the other big trance classic from that year was the track Carte Blanche, a track Ferry did together with Vincent de Moor under the project name Veracocha. I recently sat down with Ferry in his beautiful brand new studio to talk with him about the story behind Carte Blanche and more. My first question to Ferry was how he and Vincent de Moor got to meet each other.
I met Vincent through... Actually, no. I think I met him in at one of those conventions for music and for instruments and synthesizers and all like studio stuff. I think I ran into him there. Got introduced by someone to him. Of course, I knew his music. And that's how we got in touch. And being in touch for a while, I think. Led to hey, let's do something. Everything was pretty new for everyone in those days. Trance was really coming up, sort of. So hey, it's like let's do something together and see what happens.
Yeah. So did you guys work in your studio or was it in Vincent's studio?
No, it was in my studio. I was still living at my parents' place at the time. So at the attic, which was my room, my bedroom, and I was sleeping. Surrounded by all my studio stuff, my equipment. So yeah, Vincent came over. I had my room on one side, and then the rest of the attic was on the other side. So that's where it happened. And it was just really funny because I remember us looking for like a powerful hook for hours. We couldn't really find it. We sometimes you get in the studio with someone and you hit it off right away, and there's an instant idea, bang, done. And with Vincent it was like, we have something. No, it's not really good. Not this, not that, not this, not that. And then he was like, you know what, do you mind if I smoke a cigarette? Sure, open the window on the other side of the attic. So he went there, sat down, and so I was just playing the synth, and I'm doing something, and I hear a scream coming from the other side of the attic. What was that? What do you mean? What was that? Yeah, what you just did? What was that? I don't know. Let me trace my steps. Something like this. Yeah. That was it. What did you do, man? That's amazing. Just do it again. So I could remember parts of what I did because I was just doing it. I didn't think about what I was doing. So I was just doing something. My hands landed on the right keys. And so we sort of based on what he heard and what I remembered, in a way, we kind of reconstructed that melody. And that's the main riff of Carte Blanche. Yeah.
So what kind of equipment was used for Carte Blanche?
At the time, I mean, all the tracks that I made, is from Out of the Blue to the Gouryella stuff, was all the main thing was Roland JP8000. That synth I used for so many tracks. I still have it in. Here's the new studio, obviously. I still have it. It's right here. I look at it from time to time, and I'm like, shall we just make some magic again, my friend? So, but yeah, that was definitely one. The one that was the main synth for that track. Yeah.
What did you use for the piano sound?
I can't remember. It's probably. I now have a Roland XV3080 but I remember doing that at the time. I had a Roland JV1080, I think it was. So that's like it's like a module with like a bunch of pianos in it and stuff. So, yeah.
So do you remember how long it took you guys to finish the track?
Well, since it took us quite a while to actually get to that hook, to find that hook, that was definitely the one day. I think we had another day penciled in for that, and you just don't release one track. There's always, you need a B-side, at the time with vinyl. So Vincent came back a few times just to finish things up and also work on the other track, which is called, I believe, Dreamtime or
Drafting.
Oh, Drafting. There you go. That's it. Yeah, Dreamtime was something else.
Vimana.
There you go. Yeah.
So how was it to work with Vincent de Moor?
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, that explains why we don't really hear much of him today. He was a very sort of introvert guy, but very talented, and we had good times, for sure.
So do you know what happened to him after he left the music scene?
I have no idea, really. He completely vanished, so I haven't heard from him or about him. So I have no idea.
I only know he's a very private person.
It was already then, He didn't want to do any interviews. It's like I said, a very introvert guy, and but so talented.
Who of you came up with the title for Carte Blanche and the name Veracocha?
Well, I'm, still to this day, I'm one of those nerds that loves to watch Discovery Channel and all of those crazy shows and programs about, the history and whatever. So Veracocha is the name of a god, a Latin American god, Inca. I believe it's actually Inca. But I thought it was such a cool thing because Veracocha came from the stars, basically, So I thought that was a really, really sort of cool name for a project. So that's, Vincent was like, yeah, that's really, really cool, let's do that. Carte Blanche, I don't know, man. You just have to name it, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Carte Blanche was cool, just it has a sense, and it means it, of course, like no rules, right? You have Carte Blanche, and I thought that was the spirit of those days, a lot of exploration was going on. Because this whole trance sound, trance was there, but the way Carte Blanche, Gouryella, Out of the Blue, that was a whole new thing with that big synthy stuff. So I think it was just the spirit of exploring, and do whatever as long as it sounds amazing. No rules.
So the track first got signed to Deal Records in the Netherlands, but later it also got released in the UK via Positiva. Do you remember if there were more labels that were interested in signing the track in the UK?
I can't remember which ones, but it was a frenzy, like everything back in the day. All those tracks, it was just like a crazy open market. Let's go and shoot, But after Out of the Blue, after Gouryella, this was like the next one, number 3, if you will, and so after the successes of Out of the Blue and Gouryella, everyone wanted that next one. So it was pretty crazy times.
Good for you.
Good for me. And for Vincent.
So Carte Blanche became a big success. It was played by almost every trance DJ out there, and the radio edit even made it into the UK singles chart, where it reached the number 22 position. So why was there never a follow-up for Carte Blanche?
I don't know. It was just this one thing that I did with Vincent. It was fun, and as soon after that already, Vincent started to sort of like disappear. We also lost contact pretty quickly after that. So I guess there was never really a new sort of motivation because we were not really in touch anymore. There was no. We did not have any momentum. So it just faded.
And you were pretty busy anyway.
I had enough on my plate, and not long after that, I also started doing stuff under Ferry Corsten. So all the whole pseudonym type of thing just stopped already anyway.
So you still play Carte Blanche in your recent sets from time to time, and soon you're going to play it even more, I guess, since you're going to do some very special shows called What the F. What can you tell us about the What the F concept?
Well, What the F is, is going to be an open to close night where I play from doors open to close, literally. But instead of playing music, I will just play my music. So my projects, my music, my remixes. Of course, I've been touring recently with Gouryella, with System F, so they will be sort of part of the show. It's such a long night, so it's Ferry stuff. And then there's a part that's Gouryella. Then there's Ferry stuff. There's a part of System F, and there's Ferry stuff. Yeah. So, but yeah, very often I get like the questions of, can you do an extended set? Okay, but that's cool. I also get a lot of requests. Oh, when are you doing another producer set? So I was like, okay, what if I just put the two together and do an open to close set with just all my stuff? Yeah. And that's basically what the F is. But the nice thing about that is that's also where the name comes from. I want people to walk away thinking, where did I just go to? What did I just hear? Lots of people will remember and recognize a lot of the tracks, but I've done so many tracks under different names, so many remixes that people may not be aware of, that when you come to the What the F show, you will, knowing that everything you will hear tonight, it's done by me, it's going to be, there will be quite a few aha moments, where 1 and 1 is 5 all of a sudden for you. You think you knew it all, but oh wow, I didn't know this. And it's just cool. It's because I also get a chance to play all those classics that I haven't played honestly in my own sets for 15 or more years. Tracks that I even forgot about, and just here, like going through all those tracks, going through so many years of productions, albums, remixes, this and that. Going through it, I'm already like, oh wow, totally forgot about this. This is cool. Oh, I can't wait to play this. So it's very, very cool, and because it all comes from the same mind, yet having different styles throughout the years, it will have a diverse but very uniform sort of feel throughout the night. It all makes sense, and I'm super excited to do this.
So I don't think any DJ has done this before, right?
Well, there's many DJs that do or have done open to close sets. Of course, that's nothing new. So many people have done producer sets. That's nothing new. But an open to close producer set, I don't know if I can mention anyone really. Yeah.
So everything is done by you. So like you can play like new music, old music.
Yeah, old, new. Maybe I'll make a track now that I will play and no one's ever heard before. Yeah. I'll test it there. But like I said, it's also the projects that I've done over the years that only have like a two or three releases, just very underground stuff that I may play as well. Just to give the night its flow. Yeah, but for now I drop some of my Ferr stuff, the classical stuff. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah.
So we're here in your brand new studio, which looks absolutely amazing. What's the big difference compared to your previous studio?
Well, the big difference is that this is in my house. So it's really, it's amazing. I mean, I used to have my studio in my house. Like I said earlier, right? Like with Veracocha, that was in my parents' place. Then I moved and went to had my own first house, had my studio there in the attic. But then after a while, I felt like, okay, I kind of want to get that sort of going to work, going home type of structure again. So when we had the dance therapy and flashover offices in another location, I felt my studio should be there because I'm going to work, I'm going home, it's not like I'm in the same place 24 hours a day. So, but now with the kids, you know, when I come home after touring, it's nice for them to know that I'm here, and it just feels right, and it feels amazing to have this amazing space in my house. You know, I just wake up and get my coffee, do my breakfast, and you know, and I roll in here. Yeah. Yeah.
So does the new studio give you more inspiration as well?
It's starting to come now. You know, it's really difficult always. It's always like when you're so used to a certain space, and all of a sudden, you know, you're in a new space, and I feel this room is much nicer. It's you know, it's a man cave really. It feels like it's hugging me. You know, it's amazing. But still, it's a new way of working. Yeah. You have to give it a sort of, it has to land in a proper way, and it's I'm getting there now. I mean, you know, it's like what now? It's mid to late February. Yeah, I started. Well, this studio became operational first week of January. So you know, I've been here. It's like cleaning stuff up. You know, yeah, putting everything into place, and now finally I'm starting to feel like yes, this is
cool.
I'm getting there.
So you're also doing your Unity project. Recently you released a collab with Sander van Doorn, aka Purple Haze, called Flanging. How was it to work with Sander?
Fun. I mean, you know, Sander and I, we know each other for so long, and always, I would say, almost in true Unity fashion, you know, with everyone that I worked with, it's been like, hey, we should do a collab. And then, yeah, Sander had his own. He you know, he really focused on his Sander van Doorn stuff for a long time. And I did all my stuff, and then he went back to his Purple Haze stuff, and we started also seeing each other more at festivals, playing the same stages as well, whereas before that wasn't the case really so much. So yeah, more and more we were like, hey, let's work on something. So recently we were in Thailand together. I played at a festival there, and you know, after the show, especially in Asia, it's great. You have all the food courts late at night. Just go there, plastic chairs, great food, and white lights, tube lights. Typical. For you guys in Asia, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So we're there late night. Say, hey, we gotta do it, man. And he's like, yeah, I got something. So he played something on his laptop, like a demo for something that he wanted to do on the Purple Haze, but like a cover of something, but he couldn't get it clear. And I was like, oh, I hear definitely certain elements that we can use for something. So, you know, he said, okay, I'll send it to you. Have a listen. So then later on he came by. It's actually the last track that's been produced in the old studio. So, fun fact. Yeah, and out came Flanging. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
So, any more Unity collabs in the pipeline?
There's definitely a few in the pipeline, but nothing is just really set in stone yet.
Okay.
I mean, I have a few lined up, but yeah, they're busy. I'm busy now with What the F and coming up. So, but yeah, it you know, we had like a main focus almost on Unity in 2018, and. Many people thought like, oh, it's just 1 year of Unity, but I think it's just a cool thing to have it as a collaboration sort of project, you know. Yeah. So it's ongoing.
Okay.
That's why 2019 showed a few, and now, yeah, this one, and
more to come.
More to come for sure.
So you also just released a brand new album under your alias Ferr, a beautiful down-tempo album called As Above, So Below. Why did you decide to make a chill-out album?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of chill out stuff, neoclassical, classical, cinematic stuff. Really, you know. I always listen to it when I'm, you know, when I'm done touring, I'm on my way home or in between gigs. It's nice just to switch off. Really, I have my playlist, Still Point by Ferry Corsten on Spotify, where I love putting these playlists together with that type of music. And also noticed that you know, when I'm traveling and I'm on my laptop producing or here, and I find that I have an extra hour and I'm not really into producing another you know thing that's again for the dance floor. I like to just experiment and just go with, you know, some stuff that have no rules really, you know. And I noticed that I made tracks like that pretty quickly, and a lot over the last year, I would say. So yeah, why not put an album together,
exactly.
you know? And this is not an album that I made for. How can I say it? I made it for myself, really. I'm sharing it with everyone, but I made it for myself. This is music that I like. Where I switched off the so-called rules that certain tracks need to have, especially if you always produce dance music. It's now more than ever. Apparently there are rules, you know. It has to sound like this. There has to be a BPM like that. And this is just music that I made for me, like no rule. How will rain sound if I put that through a resonator and sample and then give it a note and sample that and play chords with it? Stuff like that. Yeah. Crazy, just crazy stuff. And yeah, warm, moving music that I can just, you know, switch on when I'm just I don't know, it's wallpaper music, you know. Yeah.
So after this album, you're probably gonna make more of this kind of music.
Yeah, it's a side project, you know. It's not. It doesn't have like, oh, I carve out 3 months to make the next album. This is stuff that I do on the side when I want to get away from the formulated stuff that I need to do for my shows. You know, although I love making music in the studio, in the back of for the, you know, the dance music, but in the back of my head, there's always, what will my fans think of it? You know, I cannot make that music. I don't give a shit about what my fans think. I make this for me on the dance floor to a certain degree, but there's always there, you know, I'm there out playing to give people a good time with the music that they want to hear, and I may test them here every once in a while, just, you know, see how far I can push it. But with this, you know, this I just really made for me, and it's liberating sometimes. Yeah.
Are you curious about the reactions of the fans?
On one hand, yes, but on the other hand, I shouldn't. You know, based on what I just said, I shouldn't give a shit. So either you like it or you don't. If you don't like it, switch it off. Yeah, fair enough, right? Yeah.
So Unity, the Ferr album, the What the F shows. What else are you working on right now?
New Gouryella.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, there's of course there's new Gouryella shows coming up as well this year, as well as part of the What the F show. So I need to keep the tradition alive to do one Gouryella single a year. So I'm working on one right now. I started drafting up ideas for the next Ferry Corsten album. So I'm working on that. So yeah, I keep myself off the street.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And the last question: pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Okay, all good.
Look, come on. Live a little, man.
Yeah.
Live dangerously, right? On the edge.
Okay, well, thank you for your time and good luck with all the exciting plans.
Thanks, man. Thanks a lot for doing the interview again, and good luck with all your interviews.
Thank you. Alright, that was it, this week's vlog, my interview with Ferry Corsten about Veracocha and Carte Blanche. Ferry, thank you very much for your time, much appreciated. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, leave a comment in the comment section below, and make sure to subscribe. Once again, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.